In a 6-meter deep pool, friends told the pool has begun to drain and let him quickly up. But the man not only ignored, but continued to sleep. He did not know that this sleep would trap him in the pool. At that moment, the sound of a dog barking suddenly came from the shore. He woke up and the water level had reached more than 2 meters. The man began to panic. He quickly swam to the edge of the pool. But the pool is so big, there was no stairs to go up. He had no choice but to use his hands to try to climb up. The water level was too low and the slippery wall. He simply cannot climb up. After several attempts to find a landing point, unexpectedly, his nails were broken. No choice. He could only find the air cushion to try to stand on the top to climb up, but it was still a little short. At this point, he remembered the phone on the shore, so he hurriedly tied the glasses with a rope, trying to hook down the phone. But he simply cannot judge the location of the phone. No matter how hard he tried, he still couldn't get the phone. The man desperately shouted for help, but no one around to respond to him. At that moment, the phone on the shore suddenly vibrated. This call is too timely. Now there is help. With the violent vibration, the phone began to move a little to the pool. See, the phone is about to fall. Unexpectedly, the dog on the shore slipped at this time. What can we do? On the one hand is a call for help. On the other hand is the pet that has been with him for many years. He thought for a while after. The man finally chose to save the dog first. He hurriedly used the air cushion to put the dog on top. However, the dog was saved, but the other side of the phone also fell. The phone was hanging by the data cable. The man quickly swam back to that, but just when he was about to get the phone. But the phone fell at that moment. When the man picked up the phone has been completely in the water. The man completely collapsed, seeing the pool water disappear little by little. In order to give himself time, so he dived to the bottom of the water with a towel to block the exit. However, he was about to return to the surface, but found himself hanging on for dear life. And that's when a delivery man came from outside the pool. He saw no one around and put down the delivery and left, unaware that someone else was still underwater. But by the time the man broke free, the delivery man had already left. He tried desperately to call for help, but it was still no use. Physically and mentally exhausted, he went back to sleep again on the starting point. Soon after, his girlfriend was unable to contact the man. She was anxious to find the pool, seeing her boyfriend lying comfortably in the water, so she planned to give her boyfriend a surprise. As she was about to jump in, the dog on the shore suddenly barked furiously. The man saw this and shouted to her not to jump. Girlfriend was surprised by the sudden sound. She slipped and hit her head hard on the diving platform, then instantly fell into the pool. The man saw the situation quickly to help his girlfriend on the air cushion. The two floated in despair. Soon the time came to night. The dog on the shore suddenly yelped uneasily. It turned out to be a crocodile towards the pool. The man was scared straight shiver, terrified. He told his dog not to bark, but the dog continued to bark furiously. Suddenly the crocodile stepped on a steel pipe on the shore and slipped into the pool. The man wanted to fight with the crocodile just for a roll of tape, appeared to be about to get. Unexpectedly, the dog on the shore barked again. The man was instantly frightened to shiver. Good thing the crocodile did not wake up, so try again to retrieve the tape. The man succeeded in getting back the tape. He used the tape to dress his girlfriend's wound while guarding against the crocodile. And by now the temperature had risen dramatically. The water in the pool had dried up completely. The immediate need to find a way to escape from here. Otherwise, they will either die of thirst or become food for the crocodile. He looked at the distant manhole cover. He seemed to have an idea in his mind, so he went to the manhole cover carefully. But the manhole cover was firmly locked by screws. It could not be unscrewed. What should we do? Looking at the crocodile in front of him, he could only return to his girlfriend. At that moment he found the pendant around his girlfriend's neck, just in time to unscrew the screws, just as he was about to return to the well cover. Unexpectedly, the crocodile was perched on top of the manhole cover. He had no choice. The man had to use tape to smash the crocodile. After a round of repelling, the crocodile finally left the manhole cover. The man saw this, quickly unscrewed the screws. He wanted to take his girlfriend and hide in the sewer, but the damn crocodile came back. The man was devastated. Even though the crocodile was down there, he was still brave enough to go down to find the exit. Luckily, he didn't encounter any crocodiles on the way. The man climbed all the way to the end of the pipe. He rushed to remove the fence. Here is a shaft, but unfortunately, the exit was firmly locked. He shouted desperately for help, but still no one answered. But at that moment he looked through the reflector at the pool. The crocodile was approaching his girlfriend step by step. Seeing this scene, He quickly returned to the pool, and at this time, the crocodile had already gotten under his girlfriend's feet. Critical moment. The man grabbed the tail of the crocodile. He threw him out hard, and so one man and one fish, eye to eye. But the crocodile did not attack again. At this time, his girlfriend, who was drowsy, also woke up. He happily hugged his girlfriend, and soon the time came to night. Suddenly thunderstorms and heavy rain fell from the sky. Two people used the air cushion to avoid the rain, drinking heavily from the rain. The next day, the man was surprised to find that the crocodile had laid a clutch of eggs. Since he hadn't eaten for many days, he was so hungry that he was exhausted. Suddenly the man fell straight to the ground and passed out. The crocodile saw this and quickly approached him. Just when the crocodile was about to approach, unexpectedly, he fell down the drain. The man quickly got up and shoved him in. It turned out that this was all a ploy by the men. They lured the crocodile away just to fill their stomachs. Then they covered the well in a hurry. Then they pushed the sofa to hold it down. The man was happy to see his girlfriend. Now they can finally fill their stomachs. Then they used wood drilling to get a fire. Soon the fish eggs were cooked. After filling their stomachs, the two men tried to climb up to the pool again, but still cannot go up. They decided to let the crocodile out at dawn. Then they rushed underground to get out, so they moved the couch with great force. The man saw the crocodile climb out and quickly let his girlfriend into the sewer. But at that moment the crocodile found that the fish eggs were eaten and then rushed at them furiously. But in the nick of time, the man quickly covered the manhole cover. This is to escape from a disaster. The two of them quickly arrived at the end of the pike tree well. At this time, the man has begun to develop a disease. If he didn't get the medicine in time, he would have died. He seemed to remember that the medicine was by the pool, so he went up there. Shaking, using the wire, he pushed the towel behind the table. Then he hooked the mat off the corner of the table. The drug fell onto the towel. Then he carefully hooked the towel. But a careless drug still slipped down the pool. The men were completely desperate. They cowered in the corner. The man trembled and took the gift to his girlfriend. But at that moment he felt something else. Surprisingly, it was his own cigarette case. It turned out to be a friend's bag was inadvertently slipped. Now the man is saved. But I don't know how long it took. They found a parachute flying in the sky. The man excitedly climbed up to call for help, but he found already flying to the pool. He had no choice but to return to the pool. The man quickly shouted for help. Unexpectedly, the deposit is a toy. Since it is a toy, someone must be in control. There must be someone in the vicinity. The man desperately shouted for help, but still no one responded. The man was devastated. Just then a gust of wind blew. A wire full of thorns slipped down the pool. The man saw the situation and rushed to climb up. Although the process is very painful, but he still gritted his teeth to climb up. He was about to successfully reach the shore, but the wire suddenly broke. The man fell into the pool again. Man woke up with a crocodile under his feet, then instantly dragged away by a huge force. He fought back and kicked the fish head hard, but he managed to break free. When the crocodile was still following him, the man crawled forward in fear. Just when the crocodile was about to pounce on him, fortunately, he saw the iron barrel on the side. He quickly picked up the fish towards the head of a stun. As a result, the crocodile actually turned around and left in fear. At night, it suddenly rained heavily. The man hid in fear under the sofa to avoid the rain. At this time, his girlfriend was already flooded by the rain. She banged on the oil barrel and asked him for help. The man listened and immediately lured the crocodile with a bucket of water, then quickly overturned the sofa to trap it. Then he went into the sewer. At that moment the man found a light on the other side of the passage. This time he saw the hope of getting out, so he decided to go that way. He kicked open the manhole cover, and out he went. There was another pool like this one. The man broke down and cried in the rain. After he adjusted his mind, he had to go back to the sewer to climb to his girlfriend. Unexpectedly, he passed out on the way, and then a parachute flew in from outside the pool, but this time it fell straight into the pool. Then the owner of the parachute found the pool. They pulled a ladder to climb down, but the two men did not notice the crocodile under the couch, not to mention the man in the sewer. But when the man heard the long-awaited sound of human voices, he climbed back up with excitement. But unfortunately, the two men had already left the pool. The opportunity he had waited for was lost once again. The man's heart instantly fell to the bottom. But luckily, the two men had left a ladder behind. The man excitedly climbed out of the sewer, just as he was about to go over. But the crocodile suddenly appeared in front of him. He was completely devastated. At that moment, the crocodile suddenly rushed towards the man like crazy. The man quickly wrapped his hands in the sharp wire, but the crocodile still grabbed him by the calf. The man kicked hard to get rid of, then quickly climbed up and pressed the crocodile a heavy punch. A punch into the head of the fish. But this cannot hurt at all. The result is still a crocodile tail down. down. He was pinned down and bitten by the crocodile. Crisis moment. The man was broken sofa corner stabbed hard into the head of the fish. But at this time, the rain is getting heavier and heavier. Girlfriend has been completely submerged in water. Since the ladder was tied to the concrete ring, the cement ring also slid. The ladder was taken away together. The man suddenly panicked. What to do now? He fell to his knees in despair. At that moment, the crocodile approached him from behind. Then it knocked him down and opened its bloody mouth. Just then, girlfriend with his last breath whistled. The man listened and quickly put a wooden stick against the fish's mouth. Then tried to pull away from him and then heard the whistle after the dog. Surprisingly strange, jumped into the pool. He watched his dog angrily picked up the steel pipe behind him, stabbed the crocodile head. With a hissing sound, crocodile completely dead. Finally, the man grabbed the dog's body. He finally climbed into the pool. Then he used the steel pipe to pry open the tiles. He successfully rescued his girlfriend. The two of them were successfully rescued by their strong will.